Ginger Ninjas movie reviews. Welcome to 2023. Happy New Year and all that. So, on my community page, I did put up a bit of a poll, a bit of a question, asking what you wanted to see, what franchises you wanted me to cover, things like that. And there was a suggestion for this series of films, Basket Case. So, we're kicking off 2023 with 1982's Basket Case, directed by Frank Henenlotter, starring Kevin Van Hentenryck, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Terry Susan Smith, Beverly Bonner, Robert Vogel, Diana Brown, and many more. Now, if you have not seen this film, be warned, I will be discussing plot specifics and there will be spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen this, you can watch it for free on Tubi, so I highly recommend you check it out. So, the plot involves a young man carrying a big basket that contains his extremely deformed and formerly conjoined twin brother, who go about seeking vengeance on the doctors who separated them when they were younger. Now, this is essential 80s horror, and it's one of the best low budget, and I do mean low budget, horror films made, in my opinion. It's creepy, it's bizarre, and it's very odd. And part of that comes from the performance given by Kevin Van Hentenryck. Like I said, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And part from the low budget and directorial debut of Henenlotter. I believe this was his first film, and it really does come through because later on you do see in other films that he makes, his directorial style does get better. And one thing this film does really well is build the suspense in wanting to see the thing in the basket, like Belial. You want to see what's in the basket. And it doesn't give too much away, like you see a hand, you see the claw. It's done really well, and part of the reason is more than likely due to budgetary constraints and limitations. And if you look through the IMDb trivia, you'll actually see what I mean by that. Like, they went dumpster diving for set designs, things like that, and they really used their budget to the max. Like, they stretch every cent out to the max. It comes through. You can see part of the movie's grindhouse feel. It's got a trashploitation kind of feel, and that probably comes from the guerrilla style type filmmaking, which was, like I said, done on a low budget, but with just an idea and a lot of inspiration, and they really do pull it off quite well. Belial, wow, what a design. Like, this is something you rarely see in films nowadays. A lot of imagination and everything put into this. The stop motion effects, now they are effective and they do look, well, they're effectively crude, but for the time they look great. The eye glowing effect, the red eyes when he's using his psychic link, fantastic. He looks suitably grotesque and puzzling as well. How does he survive? Like, he's basically a face in it's weird. Like, it's just weird, but it looks great. It's a fantastic design. Now, plot-wise, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but then again, the plot isn't what the movie's about. The dialogue isn't Shakespeare, but you're not expecting Shakespeare in this. The mismatch of characters, the out there story set in a dirty and sleazy New York City of the 80s, it's got a life of its own. And much like Belial himself, it's just completely out there. The acting, like I said, it's not going to win any awards. Some of the performances are a bit over the top and can detract from the movie in certain scenes, but that's mostly from Kevin Van Hentenryck. But his naivety and innocence is part of the charm of the film. Like, his character's quite naive. Like, he knows what he's there for, but he's still young, and that does come across quite well. Now, overall, this is pure 80s trash, but it's pure gold, and it's a lot of fun to watch. If you can get over the low budget look of it, it's so much fun. I highly recommend you check it out. Overall, I'm going to give Basket Case from 1982, 8.5 out of 10. Great film, I highly recommend you check it out. So there you have it. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, we are going to be doing the franchise, so next week I will be back with the sequel, Basket Case 2. Make sure you do like this video, subscribe to my channel for future content like next week's Basket Case 2, and if you do click that bell, you will receive notification each time I upload a video. Thank you very much for watching, have a great day, and a happy and safe 2023. See you next week. Bye.